everyone, welcome to Spilling the Tea with S and T. Woohoo! Episode 8, let's go. Like, this is getting intense, am I right?
Yeah.
It's getting intense.
Yeah, it is getting interesting, to say the least.
The episode starts with JoJo. She was a bachelorette in the past. She wound up picking that Aaron Rodgers' brother as her fiance, whatever. I don't know if they're married now or not. I think they were supposed to get married.
I don't know.
I think they did get married. No, they did get married. Anyway, doesn't matter. So JoJo comes in and starts talking to Tayshia, giving her advice, like, don't overthink it, don't self-sabotage yourself. And then, for a fun surprise, she takes over for Chris for a little bit.
Yeah.
Because Chris Harrison has to take his son to college. So that's gonna be fun. I like her. So
yeah.
I'm kind of excited she's taking over. Then it just kind of jumps right into date 1.
Yes, which was Zach, which,
Yes.
you know, he's like a fave of ours. We think he's gonna be top 4. So we find out Zach gets the one-on-one and they have a wedding shoot for their first date.
Yes, and it was so cute. It looked like so much fun. But Tay's just like freaking out about it. It was kind of weird. I'm like, why are you freaking out about it? Like, this is gonna be fun. Like, it's not like this is like a for real thing.
Yeah, Tayshia's like low-key having a mental breakdown and Zach is like the cool and like calm, collected one.
Yeah. He's like, I could tell like something's going on. And she's just like freaking out. I'm like, just relax. Like, this is fun. You know, don't take it seriously. It's just, you know, it's like I said for the 1,000th time, it's for fun.
Yeah, she was just like, the photographer was like showing her all her dress options and she was staring at them like, I'm not trying to put any of those dresses on right now.
Freaking out.
Oh man.
But I did love the first dress she walks out in. It was a very like form-fitting and she looked so good in it.
Yeah.
I really liked that, but it was really funny because she turned with Zach to the side and like she has like big boobs. So like she fills it in and then like she turns around and she's just like, I love you, Tayshia, like, don't get mad. Like, she probably would never even watch this, but
yeah. I was like, where's Sarah going with this?
No, it's funny because like she has no butt. Like, she has no butt, but she has big boobs. So
she needs to do some squats.
Well, some people just like have one or the other. There's no like both, unless like unless you get surgery. But she's like natural, so like I love it. She's natural. She looks great. But I just thought it was so funny. She like is beautiful, and all of a sudden turns around and she's like, I was like, oh my god, Tayshia. But that was really funny.
I really liked her second dress also.
You did, yes. It was like, what was it, up to the neck?
Yeah, it was like more of like a higher neck and like more like a short sleeve, like
short
mid
sleeve,
or whatever.
and it was like really cute and unique, like chic. We really liked that.
Yeah, the third dress we didn't really say much about it, I feel like. But we liked the last one.
Oh, I liked the third dress. It was sparkly. It almost looked like like a prom dress. It didn't look like a wedding dress. It looked like she was going to the prom with it. So it was cute though, like to go to clubbing. For a wedding.
I didn't see that as a wedding dress.
That
Maybe
was
like
not a wedding
cocktail dress.
Yeah.
Or like the
or bachelorette party. Like,
exactly. Yeah. The fourth dress was gorgeous.
The princess
it's like
dress.
all puffy and pretty.
Princess dress. So. It was so cute. It reminded me of the Good Witch in The Wizard of Oz. That's what I thought.
Yeah, and I liked how it was like an off-white pinkish too.
Yes, it was unique. Like I like a unique dress. When I get married, it is gonna be far from traditional. Oh my god. Sorry, mom and dad, but that's not happening. I am not a traditional person either, so I'm sorry. Sorry, I'm not gonna wear like a traditional dress or whatever. It's gonna be like crazy.
Really? Is it gonna be white?
It would be white. Maybe I liked the pink like tint to that one dress. But I also, if anyone has watched Selling Sunset, this is like really crazy though. Christine Quinn wore a black dress to her wedding and had everyone else wear white, and I thought that was so freaking cool. Yeah. I was like, that is something I would do because I love wearing black. Everyone knows like 90% of my wardrobe is black or a dark color. So I loved that, but also it's kind of like you're going to a funeral, not a wedding. So
yeah, that's true.
It was unique though.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about this photographer.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god. I think his shorts were shorter than my shorts. Shorter than my shorts. If he bent over the wrong way, those shorts were ripping. It's like literally this SpongeBob episode where he rips his pants. Like literally, the theme song was in my head. I ripped my pants, and then like what is it? Pearl's like doing like no, not Pearl, it's a different whale. It's like with the tambourine, and then the guy, they're doing the drums, and he's like singing with the guitar. I ripped my pants or whatever. That's literally what I was thinking when this guy was like bending over with his tiny little shorts. I'm like, oh my god, like I feel like your butt and balls are about to come out. Like, jeez, like could they be any shorter?
Yeah.
Like, I was like, oh my god.
They were pretty short.
They were. Hey, you know what? If that's what you want to wear, exactly. He's living his best life. I was just worried those were about to rip. So, SpongeBob reference, you know. Okay, so then they went and talked outside, and that was probably like the worst audio ever on The Bachelorette. They went and sat next to a waterfall, and you couldn't even hear them. We had to turn the volume like all the way up just to hear what they were saying. We're like, what? What did they say? What? Like, I don't even know what happened in that conversation.
Yeah. That was definitely weird.
So they need to fix that.
So then after the photo shoot, they go to dinner, and it gets super deep with the whole conversation.
It gets intense.
Yeah. And honestly, I feel like I didn't really expect him to say that.
Yeah, like, everything was, he like this group of guys, like they're deep. Like, yeah, I don't know, I'm trying to figure the best. Everything is so deep with them. Like, it's kind of crazy how like messed up things have been for them in the past. Yeah. So just start off, Zaxi first says to Tayshia, like, you know, when I was younger, he was like 23, literally my age. Like, I can't believe this. Our age. Yeah. He goes, yeah, like, I was feeling dizzy. I wasn't feeling well. So I was like, you know, I really need to go to the doctor. And he went to the doctor, and the doctor said he had a brain tumor. That is crazy. Like, so young. And then, after he got after I guess getting, you know, chemo or whatever, surgery, I think he said after getting the surgery, they were giving him all these different medications, which obviously a lot of them could be addicting because it's probably going to be painkillers because you just literally had someone scrape something off of your brain and then close your head. So, so I wasn't surprised when he was like, oh, they gave me these like medications, and then I started hanging out with the wrong people. I got a DUI. I was arrested, and then he like met it's now his ex-wife, but he met his wife and they got married, and he was so young. He was our age, 24, whatever, 23, 24, got married. But then he was just, you know, lying to everyone because he had an addiction and was, you know, trying to get money, and he said he started stealing money from his dad to buy things, and he one day took his dad's check and brought it to the bank, and the bank teller literally called his dad and was like, you need to come down here. Yeah. And then he was like, that was like my like angel. He was like, that was the waking point for me. Like, I woke up then, like that, the clarity, I think that's what he said. It was clarity for him. He's like, oh my God. And then he went to rehab. And then now he said he's on the board of rehab. He's an addiction like specialist or whatever they call it. Yeah. So I was like, wow, what this guy, I feel like this guy has lived a life.
It really has.
And what is he, like 30 something?
Yeah, he's like 36 or something.
Like he has lived a life. Like, wow. I couldn't believe that. I'm my heart for him. Like, I was like, that's so sad.
Yeah, I'm like so like, I don't know, I feel like it's just so pure that he turned like his own problems into helping others with,
I love
like,
it.
the same problem.
I love it. Yes.
Yeah, I definitely like that. I love that story.
Yeah. He seems like he's a very genuine guy. But the only thing that I will say, I'm not saying this happens to everyone, but a lot of people that have struggled with addiction, like, can easily fall back. Yeah. We have seen it. I have seen it. Like, in my life. Like, it's so sad. So you have to be, I feel like, just someone with an addiction, you have to be so, so careful with.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, no, I think that we were kind of talking about this, but I think that it's like, I would be more worried if he wasn't, like, on the board trying to help others. Because, like, that is totally a thing. Like, people so easily could fall back into it, even if you're sober for, like,
10 years.
Yeah, exactly. But, yeah, no, we were talking about, like, Tayshia's dad kind of, like, maybe
he would
questioning
like,
it
for sure. Yeah. He would be like, like, you know, you're not worried that, you know, he's going to fall back. Yeah. And, you know, start using again or drinking again. Like, you don't know. Yeah. So, I'm not saying he's a bad person. I think it's, like you said, I think it's great that he turned it around. But that's, like, one red flag for me. Yeah. Is that you don't know what's gonna happen. Like, some, you know, if something traumatic happens in their life, like, they might be like, oh, the only thing I can think of right now is to go take drugs and drink alcohol because my life sucks and nothing's gonna get better. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just, like, one thing after another. Yeah. And that could really affect them. Yeah. But anyway, I still think he's a really great guy and he's very genuine. So nothing against anyone who's an addict or, like, you know, is recovered or anything like that. I'm just saying that from personal experience, I've seen that happen. So, yeah. Okay, so then after he talks about all that, the last thing now is...
So right after that whole deep conversation, they lightened it up with a little carnival date. And I was really surprised to see that, you know, the producers magically made a Ferris wheel appear on the set when Claire couldn't even get a proper date in the spa.
That's true.
I was literally like,
well,
wow.
They just didn't care. They just didn't care about Claire because they knew that what was going on.
I know.
They're not going to spend the money. They're not going to spend the budget on her. Like, what's the point?
Yeah,
she didn't deserve it.
I just thought that was funny that
she didn't deserve it.
The difference there was crazy.
I told you to never speak of that name again. No, just kidding.
Oh my gosh.
No. You know what? She actually did post something like to people to not be mean.
Yeah,
and, like,
Claire deserves justice.
Like, people have feelings. Well, yes, I know, but
it's so true though. Like, if you think about it, millions of people are going at her ass when they don't even know her. That's why, like, I don't really care. Like, yeah, she was an asshole on set, but then just leave it at the set. Like, don't take it months after when you're trying to, like, basically make a person, like, it's depressed and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
commenting. They don't need to do hate comments. Yeah. You can have an opinion, but you don't need to attack her.
Exactly. Keep your opinion to yourself, basically. Like, if you don't know the person personally.
Or just tell your friend. You don't have to.
Yeah. Don't attack her.
Don't attack her. She's a human being. Yeah. All right. Anyway, I can't believe I'm saying this. Let's be nice to Claire.
I'm heated.
She's a human being, you know. People make mistakes. I mean, in her eyes, it's like the best thing for her. This isn't a mistake. But for us, we're like, what the hell? Because we don't know what, like, it just was weird. Anyway, moving on. Ferris wheel.
Oh, I talked about it already.
Oh my God, I think I just, like, did I just,
I said it.
Move through time? What just happened? Did I just, like, go in, like, a time machine and, like, go into the future and, like, totally miss that whole, like, wow, I think I just, like, time traveled, guys. Let's just get to this group date because this is very intense as well. Yeah. So the guys walk in and they see a naked couple posing. Yeah. And, like, you know, art and paintbrushes and like canvases everywhere. Yeah. And they're like, oh my God.
Not again.
We have to get naked again. And the best part was Blake, oh my God. Blake goes, this is going to be the third time I'm getting naked in this process.
Yeah. I was dying.
These poor guys. I was like, oh my God, like, how many times are we gonna make them strip? But then it was not about getting naked. It was about drawing and creating a portrait of the naked couple together. Yeah. So the guys have to go and sit down, and Noah goes to sit he was like already sitting or something,
Yeah.
and Bennett's like, no, like you're moving. Like he literally was like, I pushed him to the corner. Like
I
he doesn't need to be
cannot.
sitting there.
Oh my
So I was like kind of surprised by that, and I have been noticing Bennett act a little immature.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like stupid, and he's like, oh, like there's no feud between us, but like he's kind of just like throwing like gasoline at the fire.
Yeah, for sure.
all episode. It's kind of annoying, but he's like, he pushes no, and I was like, whatever, like I'm not dealing with this shit right now, like I'm gonna go
just walks
over
away.
there. Like he didn't give a crap. He's like, let Bennett, you know, do whatever. And then they have to start drawing out this naked couple in front of them.
Yeah. I feel like like they made it so, they just like made it more normal than it was. Like I didn't even feel weird watching that.
No,
day.
no, not at all, because we're so used to seeing everyone naked.
Yeah,
at this point.
I, like,
we're not surprised.
Yeah, I honestly forgot that there was a naked
Yeah.
couple standing there.
Yeah, because it was more, well, because it was more focused on the guys than
Yeah.
the naked couple.
Yeah.
I mean, everything was blocked off, like, whatever. If you were, they probably got paid guap for that.
Oh, yeah, for
ABC
sure.
probably gave them that moolah.
Yeah.
I would probably do it too if I was getting a lot of money.
Yeah.
Like, I can't imagine.
Well, I literally just said yeah, but I was like, no. I wouldn't do it. Yeah, no, I wouldn't.
I don't even know what they look like. Like, that's how much you just didn't know
they
who
literally
were.
had like their faces turned. The woman
Yeah.
you could see more, but I mean,
You
it
really didn't even
yeah.
see them.
The focus like was put
Mhm.
on them, from off them to the page, the piece of paper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then to get even more creative, they had to use clay to represent like love or whatever, right? Something like that. They had to use
Oh,
the clay.
yeah, yeah.
But they had to do it blindfolded.
Mm-hmm.
So that was really interesting watching everyone. And then while everyone has their blindfold on and making their little creations, Bennett's like, oh, I'm gonna sneak in and kiss her.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that was hilarious.
And no one has any idea, and he's just there making out with her, and she's like, oh, hello. Like, she probably was like, I don't even know who this is. Unless he, like, spoke to her. But she's just like, okay, I'm just gonna go with it.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that was a freaking clever little move.
Yeah, he is. He can be clever
Bennett.
sometimes, but he could be a smart ass too, so.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, Blake, who's a horn dog, makes out of clay. That was his love for Tayshia.
Literally had to blur it. I thought that was so funny.
Like, oh my god. Everyone just kept saying how much he like talks about sex or like does something with it's crazy, but it's really funny. I think that's the only reason they're keeping Blake. Anyway,
he's an interesting guy.
He's an interesting character.
Mm-hmm. And then Bennett makes an entire like community around the world of
Oh, yeah.
all of these houses that
They're gonna
hinge
have
on
together.
him. Yeah, I was like, okay, that's cool, I guess.
I thought it was really funny. He's like, oh yeah, we'll have our Hamptons house in New York, and then one in the city, and then one in California, and then one here. And
Yeah,
I
he's
was
it all planned out.
I'm like, oh damn.
He's just like,
But love is not all about money, and I don't think she was that impressed with everything, with the whole money schmeal. But moving on to, they had to then do something more deep and like express themselves, like a self-portrait or something.
Yeah.
They had to draw for themselves, like telling them about, like telling, I guess, her about them.
Yeah.
And this is when it got really deep. I feel like every single person like on this show has some type of like really deep fucked up situation. I was like, oh my god, like I couldn't believe like listening to this. Like I wanted to give a hug to everyone.
I know.
I just want to get there and give you a hug, because that is like so brave of you to speak out and talk about all this. Like this season is just so intense, and like we would have never known this with Claire either. I just have to put that out there. I'm sorry, but
we definitely,
she didn't care, and I love how now we are really, really getting to know everyone, and I love how like they are so open about it. Like some people aren't like that. But they are so open, and like kudos to you. So let's see.
I agree.
The first one they did, I only wrote a few down. Brendan, whatever, he did the open frame, where he like expresses himself and then turned it and was like, oh, like now I need Tayshia, I need my love of my life next to me or whatever. And then
I kind of I liked his, at first I was like, okay, that's kind of like taking the easy way out, but then again, like his thought process through it was
it was
like
cute.
well thought out. So
Exactly. I felt the same.
like that.
I felt the same way.
And then another one that they showed was Ivan's puzzle piece, which was, of course, adorable. And it showed basically all of the pieces of his life, like the hard times and maybe the good times, I'm not really sure. And then the last piece was empty for him and his future wife.
And kids.
Which was Tayshia, hopefully. So, yeah.
And then Bennett did the needlepoint, which I kind of liked what he did and like how he represented it, because he's like, life isn't perfect, and like his needlepoint wasn't perfect, so I liked how he incorporated that.
Yeah.
And then
who else do we have? Oh, Riley's story.
Oh my god, Riley.
That was so
depressing. Oh my god. I'm like, I just want to give them all a hug. Like, this is so sad. I can't.
I know.
I'm not like laughing at them. Like, I'm laughing to cry because I don't want to cry right now.
Yeah. I really didn't know like where Riley was going when he started that story. But then like the last sentence, I was like, geez.
I know, my heart.
He's like, okay, like that makes sense now, but.
And even Blake got serious. I was like, oh my god. He was like, oh yeah, like I didn't grow up in a good home. It was messed up. The police were always there. Like, I was like, oh my god. But he didn't really go any more like into it because it was probably like so messed up.
Yeah. But that's still so hard.
That was still crazy to talk about.
Yeah. Who else?
And then
Ben. Yeah. Ben puts on a show.
Ben put on a show. Like, he was like about to talk about it, and I think after seeing all that, he's like, oh no, like, he was like, I gotta, hold on a second, like, runs back there, like, what is he doing? He comes in a robe, we're like, oh, here we go. We know exactly what you're up to, baby Ben. Babyface Ben.
Yeah. I don't know, his portrait looked really pretty, though. Like, it had, like, all these different colors on it, maybe like a face or something. And I was like, oh gosh, like, he has no idea what to say. But he was nervous going into it.
It was brave, though. He was like, you know, all of this is, I'm giving to you. I don't even know what else to say. That's what I got out of it. Like,
he's just being super open.
Yeah, like I'm giving, you know, all of this to you. Like, I want you to have it all. This is me, all of me. Like, you know, it was very intense. And it was so funny because like when he like stripped and like took off like his robe, Blake was like so impressed. He was like, woo, like that. He's like,
all the guys are so funny. Like, everyone was just like, wow, like, bold.
I was cracking up. I was like, wow, that was really funny. Yeah. But after that, Tayshia started crying. tell. This is what Tula thought. I didn't even think of this. Tell them what you thought when she ran off crying.
Okay, so right after Ben stripped, she literally ran off and like was crying, and I was like, wow, poor Ben is gonna think that he scared her off now. Like, he got naked and she just left and started crying. But clearly we know it's because all the men's like horrible stories, frankly. But yeah, no, it was just bad timing.
It was really bad timing. I was laughing. I was like, oh my god, I like didn't even think of that. That is like actually so funny.
Yeah.
And then I loved that because the point of the point of the date was that whoever did really well with their art, you want to call it, they would get a one-on-one with Tayshia. But she was like, honestly guys, like all of you were so amazing, and like I don't want to just like pick one person, like I want to talk to all of you. So I was so happy because I felt the same way. I was like, I really do think that like she should just keep everyone. Like they all like opened up so much for her, and I would want to talk to everyone after that. Like, that was intense. Yeah. Like, how could you not want to talk to them? Like, so many people opened up to you. So I was really happy about that.
For sure. So, after like, the whole painting thing or whatever, and she, like, is talking to all the guys, Riley pulls her aside, and he just, like, talks to her and basically tells her, like, how much she means to him. And I just thought that was, like, such a sweet little gesture because he didn't have to pull her aside. Like, it's not like she was asking people. She was literally just gonna like tell them who got the rose. So I was like, okay, that was like a super sweet gesture.
Yeah.
But then,
lastly, she talks to Ben after Riley, and it gets really, really even more intense.
Yeah.
So Ben brings up that he had an eating disorder when he was younger. Do you want to get into the detail?
Yeah, that was so... First of all, I never would have thought, but that just like goes to tell you can't judge a book by its cover. But he starts talking about that and basically getting deep finally because...
Yeah, he hasn't really spoken that much.
He has been super, like, surface level, and I guess, like, maybe that has to do with it because he's just scared of, like, judgment.
Yeah.
Because he started off his story with basically saying that the reason why he sort of fell into this eating disorder was because in high school, was it?
Yes, high school, he was chubby. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and he, like...
knew that in college that girls wouldn't want him.
Yeah, which is so sad.
Yeah.
Like, but...
It was very sad. And, like, that's, like, unfortunately society, though.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's literally what happens. Because we are, you know, shown on social media what you're supposed to look like. And a lot of these people get surgery. Mm-hmm. They starve themselves. They do drugs to not want to eat and stuff like that. And a lot of these influencers come out, like, later on and, like, talk about it. Like, they're like, oh, like, I was addicted to this for how many years because I was trying to, like, not gain weight, or I starved myself. I got an eating disorder. I had to go to rehab. Like, it's actually kind of crazy. So you have to remember, everyone, that, you know, try to love yourself. Don't starve yourself. You know, just you have to eat healthy and work out, and, you know, there's like a lot of other options than, like, starving yourself and doing drugs so you don't eat. Like, it's sad that that's what the reality is with our society.
Yeah, for sure.
So, but then in the end, I think we all knew this was coming. The date ends and she gives the rose to Ben.
Yes.
Who else would it be?
Yeah.
Everyone was expecting that. Tula even said, she was like, oh, like, everyone probably thinks that she's giving it to, everyone probably thinks she's giving it to Ben because he got naked. I'm like, yeah, probably.
But nobody knows that he just shared, like, a freaking crisis that happened in his life. But
yeah, I don't know if anyone else knows that. So
yeah.
Then the infamous Easy gets a one-on-one date with Tayshia. And it's actually very interesting.
Yeah, this was actually, like, a really fun date. At least the first part of it was super fun and entertaining.
Yeah. I loved this date because this is something I would want to do. So they did, at first I'm like, what, are they going to have, like, a haunted house on the resort? Like, did they set up a haunted house? Are people going to, like, pop out?
Yeah.
But that's not what happened. So Easy comes walking in, and he's like, whoa, it's, like, really dark out. Like, I can't see anything. And Tayshia pops out and scares him, and he, like, screams like a little girl. It was so funny.
That was so funny. And then Tayshia tells him that they're going ghost hunting.
Yes.
Which was so funny because I felt like Easy was acting like he was so down for it. But, like, inside
he was like totally scared.
He was like, yeah, okay, I'm just going to act like I'm not scared. But, like, I'm freaking out on the inside.
Yeah, he was totally scared. And so they sit down and, like, they sit down and she starts pulling out, like, ghost hunting tools and, like, like little cameras and thermometers or whatever the hell they use. Mm-hmm. And she goes, okay, and they talk about the story. Like, apparently some, like, person that used to own it, some oil guy back in, like, 1917, he passed away on, like, that spot, like, one of the rooms. So apparently it was haunted, but honestly it was all bullshit. Like, nothing happened really. They were just screaming and, like, you know, they saw, like, a doll sitting there, and every time they turned around and saw it, they screamed. Like, it really wasn't anything like you thought it would be, but it was a funny date, and I loved the idea of it. Yeah. And they just kept, you know, getting scared and scaring each other. It was cute. But then, dinner. Dum, dum, dum.
Yeah. This is when things take a turn.
Yeah. So, what happens, Tula? Because I talk.
Easy starts by, I cannot believe he even said this. He was just, like, basically telling her how much he really enjoyed her time, liked her, whatever. And then he goes as far to say, when you know, you know. And I
oh my god, I know. I was cringing. I'm not lying. I was cringing.
I was like, oh no. I was like, don't do it. Like, don't. Page's face was like, oh no.
I know. She was like, oh shit. Like, what is going on?
Yeah.
And he says it. What does he say?
He literally goes, I'm falling in love with you, or I'm in love with you, something along those lines.
I'm falling in love with you. It was like,
I was like, oh my gosh, like, First of all,
I think
they had one date.
They had one date, and I feel like they barely even talked. I don't even know if they even kissed.
I don't think they did.
I don't think we ever saw them kiss.
Yeah.
So I was like, what is going on? And her face, she was like, didn't smile, nothing. She was just like,
she's like
this, like,
well, now I have to send you home.
like, she's like, she like didn't know what to say. She just had a straight face and was like, oh, like, and he's like literally pouring his heart out to her. I feel like he's like, I was falling in love with you when you know, and like just going on. And I'm like, oh God, he's about to be sent home. Like, she's sending him home.
I think that's the worst part.
That's exactly what she did. She said, I'm not at the same spot as you. Oh my God, excuse me, I'm sorry. I have an eyelash in my eye. For anyone that's watching, I'm like sitting here and I have a huge eyelash in my eye. Okay, so yeah, she said she just doesn't feel the same way and she's not at the same point as he is, and she just doesn't think she'll ever get there. Yeah. So she sends Easy home. And I don't think we'll be seeing Easy again.
Yeah, I don't either. And like, apparently the men were like super shocked because for some reason they thought that the connection was there.
Yeah, they were like, oh yeah, Easy man, he's got this, like, you know, it's great, blah 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 blah. And like, no, look, he's out.
Yeah, they saw that bag going, they were like, oh, okay.
They were shocked.
Yeah, and I think that some of them were even like worried because they were like, wait, nobody was expecting that, so like, is that gonna happen to me? You know?
Yeah. That was really crazy.
Yeah.
So then they all are together, and of course JoJo comes in, even though, because you know, I'm like waiting for Chris Harrison, and then JoJo comes in.
I miss Chris Harrison.
Honestly, I think she's doing a great job though. Like, I think she's doing a great job. No one could be Chris Harrison, but like, I like how they switched it to a female.
Yeah. And we're not used to seeing that.
She was really good at it. Like, I liked her. I was like, she could do this like in the future if she wanted to. Yeah. Like, if Chris Harrison ever retired, which I doubt he will, but if he ever did, I think that she would be good. I liked her. Whatever. We saw her like once or twice.
Yeah.
She comes in and she goes, okay guys, there won't be a cocktail hour or whatever before the rose ceremony. Everyone's like, what? Yeah. And it's another like dum dum dum, like everyone's like, okay. And we all knew what was coming, obviously. They didn't. And she's like, okay, like she's like, you know, Tayshia sees that there's tension between Bennett and Noah, and she just doesn't feel that she can have both of them here at the same time. So she will be doing a 2-on-1 before the ceremony. Then you guys can all meet her before the rose ceremony and then go on from there. So I'm like, oh crap, like someone's about to go home.
Yeah.
And it kind of gets interesting, like the conversation that Bennett and Noah have, because in my opinion, I think that Noah was acting more mature than Bennett. But Bennett did have some points.
Yeah.
So, do you want to start off?
Yeah. So, first, before all that, I wanted to say that I felt like Tayshia should have at least talked to the two men together before she just made that, like, drastic decision. Because now there's no, like, I guess, like, she could keep them. But, like, there's really no going back now. Like, you literally just put the men in a freaking 3-on-1 or 2-on-1 whatever it is.
Yeah.
But okay, so Bennett and Noah are put into a room, the throwdown room.
Yeah, pretty much.
Bennett comes out with a gift box.
Yeah, I thought this was so weird. I thought he was gonna be mature about everything, but
oh my god, like I'm like, what is in this box?
I was like, what's about to pop out? So he, I think I got some of it down. He gave Noah a red bandana and was like, oh, like, here, because I know you're from the South or something, and here's a bandana, and hopefully we can, you know, stop this blood between us, or some stupid, like, just stupid remarks.
Yeah.
And then he pulls out mustache socks that have mustache on them. And he's like, what did he say?
He was like, see, the only place that you should wear a mustache is on your socks.
Yeah, like just nasty, like stoop smart. He's being such a smart ass. I'm like, this is why there is tension. Like, you are causing the tension. So I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. And then he comes out with another thing, and like, what was it, a book or something? Like, about your intelligence or something like that.
Or like points to it or something.
Yeah. like and he's like, oh, you only have 3. He's like, you have 1 out of the 3 or 4 of like, you know, like, points for maturity or some crap. I don't even, something stupid. I was getting so annoyed just listening to this.
Yeah.
I'm like, why does he have to be like that?
Yeah.
Why is he acting, I feel like he's acting so immature.
He really was.
But then he was bringing up some good points about Noah, because Noah was acting childish by not talking to the guys before talking to Tayshia, which this is what caused it, honestly.
Yeah. Noah started it, and then apparently Bennett wants to finish it.
Yeah.
But he won't finish it until Noah just completely shuts up, and Noah's not ever gonna like not like defend himself, so
it's just a mess. And honestly, after seeing that, like them sitting, because Tayshia comes in, she's like, is this what you guys do, like when I'm not around? Like, you guys are acting like teenage boys, and they are 100%.
They really
like,
are.
For me, like, I wouldn't have kept both of them. Like, I would rather have just sent both of their asses home, because it's just so ridiculous. Like, the fact that, and I was getting really annoyed though, because like you were pointing out how Tayshia was like more on like Noah's side about everything, but she didn't give anyone a chance to explain anything else, and she never, and if there is a problem, because she does look at Bennett at the end and goes, oh, like, I know you're questioning my integrity. He's like, when did that happen? And I'm trying to figure out when that happened too, because I don't remember that happening.
It never happened.
And she didn't even talk to him about it, and she's just like taking a side, and I just don't like that. I think that's immature too. Like, why don't you just talk to the guys and ask them, and like ask Bennett too, like their side of the story, and hear what they have to say, because you know, a lot of guys don't like Noah either. Like, there's problems there, and she doesn't realize that. So
yeah, we even said last week, we were like, hopefully this episode Tayshia like takes back her but whatever and talks to the guys, but instead she puts them on a 2-on-1 and literally quotes Noah's words to Bennett. So basically she's insinuating that Bennett was the one that Noah was talking about, without even asking Bennett if he like had said anything remotely close to questioning her integrity. So I don't know, I just think that is wrong on her part. But
no, yeah, 100%. I don't know, I'm not happy. I think they both need to just go home at this point. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, so it's gonna be interesting to see what happens. We think that Bennett's gonna end up going home.
I think that it's gonna be Bennett that goes home, just because right before it ended, she was like, what's in that box? And then I feel like once they have to explain what Bennett did, she's like, no, that's it, you're out of here. Because it was immature, honestly, 100%.
Oh yeah, for sure.
If I saw that too, I'd be like, get the fuck out of here. Like, are you kidding me? Grow up. But
he dug himself in a hole by bringing that box.
He did. Oh my god. Unless he like switches it up and goes, I got you these, sweetheart. Like,
I got you a
I feel like he would do that, but
socks.
I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah.
I'm blanking out. I just blanked out. I must be time traveling again. No. It's gonna be really interesting next week, because there's also a lot more drama next week that they were showing between Riley, Zach C, and then we figure out who goes home from this 2-on-1 date.
Yeah.
So should be interesting.
Poor Bennett's in like the losing bracket right now.
I know.
He might make a comeback.
Who knows?
Noah's mustache is already back.
I know. I'm disgusted. That thing's disgusting. Ugh.
Oh man.
Dude, like, if you're gonna have a mustache, just grow out the goatee. Don't even just have a mustache.
Yeah, I feel like the mustache by itself is not.
It just doesn't
not
work. We're not in the 70s or whatever look it was when they did that.
Some people may like it, but
no. I don't think Tayshia liked it either, so.
No.
I don't know. So the last thing I want to talk about is, I was looking on Twitter. Sometimes I look on Twitter, like I've done this before, but I saw Caitlin Bristowe, who, congratulations, just recently won.
I saw that.
On Dancing with the Stars. That was so awesome. I actually watched the whole season, so I'm really excited that she won. But I feel like it's also kind of a ripoff, because like Bachelor's ABC and like Dancing with the Stars ABC, and last season Hannah B won too, so it's kind of looking a little fishy there.
That is true.
That all of a sudden Bachelorette contestants are winning. Like, I think there's some, you know, a little pull in there. But anyway, I don't think they should have any Bachelorette or Bachelors on the next season. That's how I feel. But congratulations, that's what she wanted her whole life or some shit.
I know, I saw her post. I was like, aw.
Yeah, it was really cute. She was really good though. She would actually like very technical, like she got the technical and everything, and she was really good at it. So, but anyway, I want to wrap this up with the Twitter. So Kaylee Bristow, I loved this. She was talking about the men, and she's like, honestly, this is the greatest group of men since 2015. I 100% agree.
Yeah,
the drama isn't even that bad compared to other seasons, and they are like the sweetest, like most genuine guys ever. Yeah. Like, I don't remember a group ever being like this. So I totally agree with her. And then Ben Higgins was talking about Tayshia, and he said, stating the obvious, but Tayshia really thrives as a bachelorette. Really hoping this works out for her. And I think that for just being thrown into this, like, so fast, because, like, obviously she wasn't the first pick, was crazy. Like, I think she's handling it really well. The only thing I don't like is this whole Noah and Bennett situation, but I think everything else she's, like, really good with. Like, she's handling everything so well. Like, I really like her as a bachelorette, so...
I agree.
Do you agree, guys? But yeah, so to our 0 fans, no. What was I saying?
Yeah, no, let us know what you guys think.
Oh yeah, do you think that she's doing really well? Do you like her as a bachelorette, or do you think she could do better? I think she's doing well.
I agree.
I like her a lot. She tries to be honest. She's genuine too. She really like wants to get to know the guys.
Yeah.
And I like that. And she's really giving everyone a chance too.
Yeah.
So, question of the week: who do you think is going home, Bennett or Noah? Comment.
Yes.
Let us know. Message us. We'd love to know. And that's it. Hope y'all had a great Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
This weird pandemic Thanksgiving.
I know.
We didn't hear it from any of you, but that's okay.
Did we ask them?
What their favorite dish was.
Oh shit.
That's okay. It's fine.
We
love y'all anyway.
I haven't even checked the comments though on our YouTube. So
we love you. You're the best. Everyone, if anyone's watching, thank you. We appreciate you. And that's a wrap. Right?
Yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for watching.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe,
like,
follow,
download, share.
Anchor. We're on Anchor, Spotify, and you can watch on YouTube. Which I totally recommend, because like, how could you not want to watch our beautiful faces?
We got a pretty, we got a pretty background.
I know, we have like the cutest background. We have our little setup here. But yeah, that's a wrap, guys. We love y'all so much.
Yeah.
And I can't wait till next week, because it's going to be a crazy one.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I'm excited to see the drama. Woo! Disperse, if that's the right word.
I guess. All right, let's wrap this up.
Okay, you guys, thank you for watching, and we promise to spill the tea.
The whole tea.
And nothing but
the tea.
Peace out.
Bye.